Welcome back to another episode of Crypto Cliffnotes. In this episode, family, what we're going to be talking about is Solana NFTs, how to get in them. We do have some people that do want to get in them or don't even know how to get in them. So we want to kind of give you guys a tutorial just like we did with the Cardano NFTs. We want to do this with Solana NFTs. So let's get to it.
What's up, everyone? All right, so now we're going to touch base on Solana. So Solana is what we've been using. If you've been following us with the NFTs, this is one of the other branches. So we have our Ethereum, then we got into a Solana. We touched a little on Cardano, next Ripple. But Solana is what we're going to focus on right now. Solana has made crazy gains in the past year. Right now, it's sitting at number 6 overall. We have a market cap of, what do we got? 55 billion. Like I said, we're sitting number 6. It has moved up. It has been pumping with the pump, and these NFT games have really changed Solana. In the past year, if you can check this out as I go down, just in the 52-week range, Solana has been as cheap as $1, as high as 214. So you could have accumulated these NFTs at the price of $1 pretty much a Solana if you bought them a year ago. That just lets you know how quick these things can move and these tokens can move. So this is why when we say to accumulate certain stuff, if you're thinking of doing this, you might want to do that. It just will save you in the long run. So as you can see, Solana has been pumping anyway. We were just purchasing Solana a couple days ago at 150 bucks. So now any NFTs are going to cost us more. Solana is pumping and steadily going. So with Solana, one thing that is really nice, so this is going to be another competitor. So this is why these are working. This is like an Ethereum. This is going to be like our Cardano. Solana is another very fast one, though. So it validates super fast. That's what it is kind of known for. When you send from wallet to wallet with Solana or stuff like that, it's like lightning fast. The second you hit the button, it's kind of in there, especially when you're working on the same network with it. Not always necessarily from exchanges. It can take a little while. But the Solana, when you go like from its own wallet and all, it's fast. It validates stuff very quick. So the guy who created Solana right here, I don't even know how to say his name, so I apologize for that. But basically, as you can see, he worked a lot with Qualcomm. They're huge. They did the phones. They're big in computers, all that kind of stuff. And now he's over here. As you can see, he went into Dropbox. Now he's getting into these the blockchain technology. This is the future. Solana, like we said, there's a project we've been talking about. This one we're accumulating. This is one of the reasons I got into like with these NFTs is also just to accumulate more Solana. But like I said, this is the project that we are basing all the NFTs on this video around. And this more than likely will just keep going up. Just by its first, if you check out in its history, by its first, let me click this roll down. Where are we at? Right here. The launch of the Degenerate Ape. So that was just an NFT that came out, one of the first ones on Solana. Right away, it sent it to an all-time high of just $60. And ever since then, it just keeps going because it is one of the bigger players other than Ethereum, it's probably the second biggest in NFTs right now. So next we are going to touch base on setting up a wallet, where you are going to find these, how you are going to purchase them, and how you can check your rarities. I'm going to pass that back to Jonah.
Thank you so much, Pat, for going over that with us. Just so you guys know, in order to purchase Solana, you will need to purchase on Coinbase or Binance. What I've found to be quicker, if you're kind of in a hurry and you're trying to get a drop, buy it on Coinbase. And the fastest way to do it is actually send it to ftx.us. So if you have FTX, if you have it, you're good to go. Just send it from Coinbase to your FTX wallet. If you're not in the United States, they do have an international one. If you're in the US, you have to use ftx.us wallet, right? And then what it'll do, she'll send it over there, and that'll take seconds. Like that'll take a couple minutes. I wouldn't even say like more than 5 minutes. And then when you have that in there, you're gonna need Phantom Wallet, right? So Phantom Wallet is another Solana wallet that just like Ethereum, you have MetaMask, just like Cardano, you have Yoroi. Now you have Solana, which is gonna be Phantom, right? Phantom.app is the website that you can go to in order to purchase these. Very simple, very easy. You just do it right on your Google browser, and then you make an extension in your top right, and it literally looks like this icon right here. So we'll drop all the websites, all the information in the description down below. So if you guys don't see it, or you can't hear it, or you forgot it, it'll be right in the description for your preference. So once you have that downloaded, right, you can actually just deposit, or you can actually receive. So I'll go ahead and log in real quick. Take 2 seconds if I'm not already logged in. All right, so it doesn't look like it's actually working. Okay, cool. Let me see if I can go over this for you guys real quick. All right, cool. So once you have your wallet up and ready, and with this wallet, you can actually make multiple wallets. I do have multiple wallets, but once you hit receive, once you have sent your Solana from Coinbase to your FTX, you can deposit right into this wallet right from FTX, and then what it'll do is it'll ask you how much you want to deposit. It'll show you how much you have, and you can do it right from there. And that literally takes seconds. Like, doesn't even take a minute. It takes seconds to get over there. So that is how you create the wallet. You add it to your Chrome, make an extension, send your wallet or send your funds of Solana from Coinbase to your FTX, and then you can deposit it right from FTX right onto your Phantom wallet. And honestly, that process should only take about, I would say, 2 to 3 minutes tops. Now, getting into the secondary markets, because after, you go through the mint, through the website and everything like that, which Pat, will briefly go over for you guys for the ones that don't really understand how that works. Just as a mentor, you're the first owner of that NFT. And then just like we talked about on Cardano and Ethereum, Ethereum is OpenSea is the secondary market. Cardano is CNFT.io. For Solana, I would say there's a bunch of them, but the main ones that I want to touch up on is Solana.io. Again, we'll drop these in the description below. MagicEden.io is the second secondary market. That is, a mainstream one that a lot of these projects use for Solana NFTs, and alpha.art. Now, another one that actually is becoming bigger and better is FTX. FTX is becoming a worldwide exchange internationally and in our country, of course, in the United States. And that is actually integrating NFTs on their platform. And I'm sure later down the road, you guys have heard, if you guys been tuning into us, we do have NFTs coming on Coinbase. So I'm not exactly sure how that's going to be integrated, but we will pay attention to that. But with that understanding, guys, on the secondary market, usually when it comes to pricing, you usually want to look for the more rare NFTs, and how you do that with more so NFTs with Solana. There is a website called howrare.is, right? Howrare.is. If some projects usually don't always aren't always on here right away, but most of them do come on here for the bigger ones, for the better ones, the better projects that are actually legit. Um, it's howrare.is, not upcoming drops, but basically what you can do is you can kind of find the project that you're looking for. Let's just say we're going to go to one of the biggest ones. They're sitting at like a 200 Solana floor plus almost a 300 Solana floor. It's called SMB, which is like the monkeys, right? Monkey business, right? So basically you can type in the ID number, right, of the one that you're looking for. You're either going to sell it or you're going to be purchasing it, or you can just go right straight from the ranks. You can kind of go from one all the way to however many NFTs there are and see what they're priced at. I mean, as you can see, this price is 6,000 Solana. This price is 11,000 Solana. So, I mean, obviously this project has been around for, I think this is one of the first projects that came out, but I'm just giving you guys an example. If you're looking to find a rare one, you could just go right into the IDs, type in the ID number, and it'll take you straight to that ID number. So let's just put in 1457, for example, if that's even one, right? And it's going to pull up this guy. He's ranked number 3,327 out of, I think it's 10,000 or 7,000. I'm not exactly sure how many there are, but usually the lower number the rank is, the more rare it is. And of course, usually that's, gonna in return cost a little bit more. But that is how you can use how to find your rarity. Some other projects do have other rarity tools. You just have to be in their Twitter and Discord. That's why we emphasize so much. Make sure you're in their Discord. You want to follow their community. You want to communicate with the community, because overall, that's what really fuels, cryptocurrency. That's what fuels NFTs, is the community. So, definitely check out these websites. Again, we'll drop those details down below for the websites for rarities and also the secondary markets.
All right, guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this project as an example. This is not one we were investing in. It's just one I put in that's happening actually like in the next couple of minutes. This one's going to be called the Soul Wizard. So this has this NFT at I think a few drops. This is another part of it. But once again, so we highly recommend being on their Twitter pages, checking out their Discord. Usually right on here, it will have some of the links, the link to the Discord. A lot of times they'll tell you the supplies, the time, the cost, but that's not always available on Twitter. Discord always has it. All right. So real quick, I will click over to their Discord. And once again, once we are in their Discord, what you want to do is usually go to frequently asked question, the facts page. On here, this will give you pretty much everything you will need to know when it comes to minting. So like I said, this goes over the supply. Down here, it's going to let you know where you can mint it. Like I said, they're going to put the links almost 95% of the time in the Discord. That's going to be the quickest way for them. Or it'll let you know ahead of time if it will be on their website with one of the countdowns. So they're going to be usually the way they're going to pull that off. But if you can't find a link, they'll usually drop it last second in the Discord. That's how that will work. So the other thing you're always going to want to see is, just like he said, the secondary markets. This is going to let you know where you're going to be able to trade them when they're finished. If you find one that doesn't have any idea where you're going to be able to resell them, I would probably avoid that project. We just had one that didn't list it right away, and it took 4 days before we could even list our thing. And we were trying to do a quick flip, and it didn't work out for us. But so from here, what I would do is I would click this. It'll take me to their website. Like I said, it has a countdown. Since we are that close, this is 15 minutes away. This is basically going to give you what these little guys are going to look like. But real simple. On these, this is going to give you the links. As just told you, this is where the mint's going to be. There will be a drop thing. It'll say mint now. With this, it is a lot easier than it's probably one of the easiest platforms to use when it comes to this. As long as you have that Phantom wallet, you want to make sure that you're logged in on that Phantom wallet. Once you're logged on, all you will hit is the mint button once it pops up. If they let you do multiple quantities, you can do the multiple quantities. And from there, once you hit mint, your wallet will pop up and it'll basically just ask you to approve. You're going to hit a quick, the approval button, and then it lets you know if you got your NFT. It's that simple when it comes to Solana, and it's very fast. It kind of lets you know right away whether you're getting it or not. And then it also, it deducts instantly. So that's another quick way. Even if you don't get the message right away, you can check your wallet, and if it's deducted, you're pretty much getting it. But this is basically how it works. They're all pretty much the same, little bit different. Like I said, with Cardano, you have to sit there and actually type in the amount. With this one, you can just literally hit the mint button. And when it comes to, like we said, with Ethereum, you're going to have to deal with buying it, but then also dealing with the gas fees. These gas fees have been the cheapest so far. I mean, we're talking pennies, maybe sub pennies. Very, very cheap when it comes to Solana, very fast. But that's it when it comes to purchasing these. I will let Jonah go back and finish us off. See you on the next one.
Before we end this video, guys, one thing you want to do when you're looking to be the first minter, the first owner of an NFT, you want to know upcoming drops, you want to know upcoming NFTs. You can go to howrare.is where I showed you guys, where you can check the rarities of certain NFTs when you sell them or when you're purchasing them. It'll give you tons and tons and tons of drops. Now, every single one does not mean just because it's on this website that it's a good investment. We've got burned a couple times with Solana. So this is the one that you really, really want to pinpoint. You want to get into their community. You want to get into their Discords, their Twitters, their websites, and actually see if it's a legit project, because there are a lot of rug pulls, especially in the Solana network. There are a ton. We've been rug pulled probably about 2 or 3 times. We thought we got rug pulled recently with one called Funky Punks, but they actually are giving back money, so they weren't a complete rug pull. But just be careful, especially if you're doing the flipping challenge with us. You want to find ones that are going to be set right onto a secondary market right after. They have low amounts of low amount of NFTs, a low Solana price, and that's what we look for. I mean, of course, do your own research, do your due diligence, go on their website, Twitter, Discord. You need a Twitter, you need a Discord if you're going to succeed in this space. And then just one last thing before we do head out of here. I want to just make it known, when we're minting, you need to make sure that you are minting on a whole different wallet. So meaning creating a whole nother wallet inside of your Phantom wallet. Make sure you have the exact amount. I would have, when you're minting, about zero point 0.1 extra, just in case for any fees or anything like that. All the drops are a little bit different. Sometimes you can mint right away. Sometimes it's bids. Sometimes it's raffles. It's all different. But sometimes you just want to make sure you have zero point 0.1 extra on top of the mint of Solana, just to make sure that the fees are good to go. Sometimes it won't let you actually purchase it unless you actually have zero point 0.1, just to make sure that they cover fees. But the fees are usually very low. So with that being said, guys, that is really it with Solana NFTs. Again, we appreciate you for checking this video out, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.